This is an absolutely critical moment here for the Bitcoin price. Are the bulls potentially poised for a bull flag breakout up towards 60,000? Or, my friends, could this $42,000 high potentially have been the top? And could this bubble potentially be ready to pop? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. We have an absolutely jam-packed show ahead of us here today, folks. Of course, we are going to discuss the technicals of this pennant formation. We also need to take an in-depth look at the trading volume of Bitcoin. Right now, going back into history, I am seeing some very, very ominous similarities here, which could be a warning shot for the bulls. We'll discuss this. We're going to look at some indicators as well. And as a little bonus here, folks, what the Don wants to look at today is the USDT Tether token market cap chart. Ever since September of 2020, we have essentially seen this market cap chart go parabolic. Tether tokens have been printing absolutely insane amounts for several months on end. And earlier this week, there was some fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding the Tether allegations and this documentation that they needed to provide earlier this week. Ever since then, we have seen the market cap go flat. What is going on here, and could it potentially affect the Bitcoin price moving forward? All of this and more here on today's stream. So of course, my friends, before we do in fact begin, if you could, smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, well, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel. So let's begin here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. Just notice the structure. Not much has changed here over the past 24 to 48 hours. Right now, the bulls still look fine in my opinion, right? That's always subject to change if we lose these trend lines here. But right now, the bulls are still maintaining this trend line of support here, which dates all the way back essentially to December of 2020. We are still seeing this trend line hold its own. The bulls are still putting in higher lows, which again is inherently bullish. And unless we drop to a new lower low, lose this trend line, drop below here, I mean, to me, this still looks like the bulls certainly do have a chance to break out of this downward sloping resistance trend line of the pennant, get to this level, this old prior local high, break it, and possibly look to run up towards 60,000. Now, why 60,000, you may ask? Well, quite frankly, there are two reasons for this. If we take our extrapolated measured move of the potential bull flag from our last breakout point here, right? We'll take it. We will measure this move here, bring it to the top at about 42,000. We will drag it over to the potential breakout point. And if we zoom out, we could see that this gives us an extrapolated flagpole target up at about 50,000, at about 57,000 USD. Now, this is not the only level of confluence here. If we take our Fibonacci extension tool and we drag it from the last huge bull market top at about 20,000, okay, down to the bottom of the doldrums of the bear market, what we can see here, folks, is that we do have our 1.618 Fibonacci extension target up there at about 61,000-ish. It's going to fluctuate based on the exact coordinates of the price chart that you're using. But for me, it's roughly going to be between 60 and 62,000 USD. So we have the flagpole potential bull target at about 57,000. And we do have the Fibonacci potential 1.618 ratio on the logarithmic scale up there at about 60 to 62,000. Let's get this crypto. So right now, until proven otherwise, I mean, sure, I think the bulls right now still do have a chance to make that happen. But now when we snap out of, fantasy world of just moon, Lambo, and we start to observe the price action here, we have to look at the volume chart. Right now, this is concerning to me. And why, you may ask, right? Well, notice our volume here on the daily time frame. We had a huge volume climax here, right? The volume that came in on our sell-off here was much larger than any of the volume on the entire run up, right? Look, the run started down here, right? All the way, basically at about 10,000, all the way up to 42,000. Look at the volume, okay? We didn't see volume this high until our sell-off there. Volume climaxes are indicative of tops, okay? Doesn't have to mean that the top is in. I'm just stating that volume climaxes are generally what appears at cycle tops. Now, what I want to show you here as well is look at the volume in the days following, right? So we had this massive, massive sell-off, and the volume has now seen a decline like we really haven't seen a decline in quite some time. In fact, on this whole run up, right, again from about 10,000 to 42,000, look at the volume trend. Just a straight incline up, right? Just boom, 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 boom. Now we've seen a climax come in and we've seen a rapid decline, okay? That in and of itself, what I'm showing you there is already a warning sign for me, right? If there's no serious buy pressure right here, well, you know, this volume is a warning sign for me, and the climax is a warning sign in and of itself. But that's not enough for the Don, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to sit here and pontificate on one little volume candle. No. What we're going to do here is go back in time, and we're going to look at our last cycle high here and see if there is any comparison at that 14K top. So let's take a look. What do you know, my friends? After our initial boom here, right, out of the bear market, right, you could see that we had the volume come in, right? Huge volume, sparked the bull run, right? Notice where our max volume came in, right at the top, right? You see what I'm talking about with a volume climax. And then, of course, you know, we dropped from there significantly. That was the top of the run, right? The volume climax called it. Let's go back to 2017, okay, my friends? Again, notice right here what happened on this whole run up. This down here, down basically from 3,000 all the way up to 20,000. Look at where the max volume was, a red candle right at the top at about 20,000. And we declined from there, okay? Sure, we did get some more volume down here, but we had already dropped. That's down there at about 6,000, my friends, from 20,000. So this was the volume climax at the time, and we did see the market pop from that point, okay? So I just wanted to show you those warning signs there from the volume. I know that this isn't the popular thing to show right now, right? I know that many people just want to see Ethereum to 99,000. Bitcoin's going to change the world. Go to 3 million per coin. I know that that's the popular thing to show right now, but here on this channel, the Don does not care what's the popular thing to show. The Don is going to look at this market as realistically as possible to give myself a perceived edge over all of the other traders and market participants in this space to potentially crush it and get this crypto. And if you appreciate me showing these things that not many other channels are ever going to show you, then my friends, that thumbs up would be so greatly appreciated. And if you are brand new, you see by now, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you're ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the channel, okay? Now, let's take a look at something else that is eerily similar here, in my opinion, to what we've seen in prior market cycles. And that is the Dmi indicator. This is the directional movement index, all right? And the top line, the red line, is the ADX, okay? Think of that as the momentum, rather the strength of the trend, okay? So it doesn't matter whether it's up or down, right? If this were a bear market, this red line will still be very high in a significant downtrend. Basically, it's showing how significant and strong is the trend, right? That's what the top line is showing. And when it drops, it's showing potential shifts in the strength of that trend. Now, the blue line is bullish momentum. The orange line is bearish momentum, okay? These are the directional movement indicators here, okay? What we're looking at now is the ADX, the red line, is potentially showing a weakness in the strength of this immediate run that we've had here, right? It's showing that now with this sell-off and sideways consolidation, that right now the ADX is saying, hey, look, this is become weaker here, right? And what we're seeing as well is the blue directional bullish movement is seeing a decline here as well. And what's very interesting here, folks, is that we are very, very close right now to a bearish cross above the blue line, right? And we haven't really seen this since back here, okay? Right back here. This was a 20% decline before our run up towards 40,000. This was the last major market sell-off before our actual bull run, okay? It called the major dump there. if we go back in time as well, you could see that right before our massive capitulation, before March of 2020, look at it, my friends. We saw the ADX go down. We saw a bearish cross above the blue, and bang, we saw an absolutely heinous decline. If we go back in time even further, folks, we could see it here again as well, right? Look at this. We saw it decline here. The bearish volume picks up, bang, into the abyss. And let's go back into 2017 just to take a look here to see if we have one as well. And we did get it right there in 2017 as well, right? So, my friends, that is another very ominous warning to me here that sure, we do still have the real possibility for the bulls looking to target that $60,000 range, right? That's very, very possible, I would say, in a parabolic uptrend. But it's also very possible here that with that volume climax, and if this directional movement index here sees a bearish cross, it's just something that, we've seen happen at times before the market is ready for a sick, disgusting pullback, okay? And again, I mean, I'm just showing you this because it's realistic, right? It doesn't have to occur. I'm just stating that I'm looking at this from all angles because if the market drops, I want to be able to potentially crush the drop, right? I don't want to sit here and cry with the Moon Boys. Just hold. One day it'll come back. It'll come back, right, Kirby? That's not how I play this game, right? If it drops, I'm looking to potentially absolutely crush and obliterate the move to the downside. And if it breaks up, same thing, wonderful. That's why I truly don't care if it goes up or it goes down. The Don is looking at this market neutrally, unemotionally, and as unbiased as I possibly can, because I'm just looking for trading opportunity, not for it to endlessly and indefinitely go up or drop into the abyss. And what I'm seeing right now is that, sure, on a micro level, the bulls still look like they have a chance to break this out. And we do have our targets up there at around 60,000. But that volume climax fractal there with very similar occurrences in the past, and that directional movement index fractal here with very similar looking occurrences in the past, shots fired, my friend. Those are warning shots, okay? And I hope you appreciate me showing them here today. One other warning shot that we will look at as well is on the weekly time frame. I'll actually go to a clean chart for this because I believe I have it pulled up already here. We will go to the weekly time frame, pull up the Bollinger Bands, and what I want to show you guys here is that throughout these last runs here, right, the weekly Bollinger Band has just been so accurate in terms of when we can see market pullbacks. Of course, for all of this, past performance does not indicate future results, but just take a look at this. We saw the weekly time frame go above the Bollinger Band, saw a sick pullback. Then again over here above it, sick pullback. All, most of them going to the median line, which is the pink line in the middle, which is the 20-week moving average in this case. Almost all of them pulled back to the 20-week moving average, okay? Almost all of them, all right? Then, when we fast forward here to our $14,000 market cycle high, look at it. Again, the wicks were above the Bollinger Band, and we crashed into the abyss. Even right here, before this one, right above the Bollinger Band, crashed into the abyss. And right now, my friends, look at where we are at, above the Bollinger Band here, okay? And if this week's candle closes underneath this top Bollinger Band, well, that's even more of a warning shot, because when we've seen that occur, that's when the devastation has truly began. Even look back here in 2017, okay? Above the band, and look, soon as we closed our first weekly candle below there, warning shots fired, my friends. It led to the sell-off. Same here in our last cycle, right? Close weekly candles below here led to the absolutely savage decline. So right now, if we do close this week's candle below the Bollinger Band, sheesh, folks. I mean, this for me is warning shots fired. Again, the famous saying, right? Or rather the famous last words, depending on how you look at it, right? This time's different, Kirby. And sure, little James, this time could be different. But that is the famous saying, right? Rather, sometimes the famous last words. So just keep it in mind, right? This isn't fear, uncertainty, or doubt. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing in the chart, that this market right now, the conditions are absolutely over exuberant, frothy, and I do believe that we possibly are seeing signs that, we could be close to the top of a potential market cycle. Just my thoughts. Does not have to be accurate in terms of that this is the top or anything, because I do see validity for this to potentially run up towards 60,000. I'm just stating I also see the possibility here for this to drop, and I want to be ready for either direction, right? And for those of you that are new market participants, because I've seen a lot of these comments lately, and you only get these in euphoric market cycles like this, when you're near the top, you only get this type of comment I'm about to state when you're in a parabolic trend, right? I'll get the comments, wait, so this guy says it could go up or it could go down? Great analysis, man. That is what technical analysis is, Stunad. We're looking at both scenarios. So when we see confirmations of the breakout in either direction, and we see momentum building in the chart and on the indicators, et cetera, that we can position ourselves to potentially capture the majority of the large profitable move in whichever way it breaks. These analyses are not crystal ball predictions of me saying, on this date, this is where the price will be. That's not how this works, and you only get that in euphoric market cycles because it's just luring in, essentially financially illiterate market participants that are FOMOing into the top of bubbles with absolutely no knowledge of trading, how analysis works, nothing, and they're just throwing their money blindly into a parabolic euphoric bubble, into an asset which is already up over 1,000% year to date, right? We're up essentially over 1,000%, at least from bottom to top, okay? We're up over 1,000%, and you still have people saying, when moon? The moon is only beginning. This is only the beginning, Kirby. Just think about that for a second. It's been less than one calendar year. It's already up over 1,000%. And you have market participants screaming that this is only the beginning. Just something to think about. Just something to think about, okay? Now, let's move over to the bonus piece of sentiment here. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because, I really don't have any true thoughts on this. Okay. And this is the Tether USDT segment here. But before we even get into that, just one more time, my friends, if you appreciate the reality here on this stream, I know I can get passionate about this stuff, but it is what it is. That's how I convey the information that, I feel is important. So if you could hit that thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. And if you're brand new, you see what you get. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these critical market analyses. All right. So now the Tether USDT portion of this stream. Now, this is highly debatable, right? And like I said, I don't really want to go too in depth because I'm not in a position here to know what's going on behind the scenes. All I know is that there is a ton of fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now around the fact that this is an odd occurrence here, that they were required to submit some documentation, and all of a sudden, this parabolic rise has stopped. Especially even just look at the prior week here, right? Look at this. I mean, a parabolic. And now all of a sudden it's come to a grinding halt. And the Bitcoin price as well, basically when we look at it, the weeks prior, just absolutely ripping in confluence with that chart there. And now we've kind of come to a grinding halt here as well. I mean, we're going to have to wait for more information to come out here. The reason I just wanted to show it today is just for you to think about it on your own, okay? I'm not really going to go much into it because it's not really my place to discuss this. But yeah, I just wanted you to see this so you can think about it on your own time, okay? But back to the chart, back to this chart here. I think if you're a level-headed realist, right, who's looking for opportunity both to the upside and to the downside, you see that we are entering a point here that, could potentially be very, very lucrative, whether it breaks up or whether it breaks down. And you guys know that I do keep you personally updated with all of my trade setup ideas, entry ideas, exit ideas, potential take profit ideas, everything like that. Just let me pull some stuff up there. This is what my alerts look like in VIP. That's an old alert there, right? You could see that I post everything like that. Trade setup ideas, my strategy ideas in real time, exclusively for you in VIP. So I am going to be looking to play this breakout, whether it's up or down, and I am going to keep you alerted with that around the clock in absolute real time. Do not miss my alerts for this range, my friends, if you are interested, okay? If you'd like to see my trade setup ideas as the Don looks to potentially strike gold again, my friends, I will be keeping you alerted with that around the clock in real time, 24/7 in VIP. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video, okay? Now, truthfully, my friends, the reason and how I can stay unemotional like this in this market is because I've seen this all before, right? The Don has been up the mountain. The Don has been down the mountain. And quite frankly, the Don has been everywhere in between. And I don't care if you're rich or poor, live in a castle, or sleep on the floor. This pennant right now is showing me that it's potentially time to get this crypto, all right? So as these moon boys and degenerates continue to live a life of peril and squalor, the Don will continue to grind for every Satoshi and dollar. Let's get this crypto. My friends, just don't get caught like a deer in the headlights here, whether it goes up or down. Have a plan for both directions. The Don does not fail to plan. The Don plans to succeed. And whether it goes up or down, the Don is looking to crush this market and potentially get this crypto. So on that note, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video as I potentially look to crush and obliterate this move. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, if you could one last time, that thumbs up would be so greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. And you already know, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell and select all so you do not miss any more of these very important and critical Bitcoin analyses. Welcome to the channel. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs. Oh, and beware of the fake Kirby imposters down in the comment section. I will never post a phone number on your comment. I will never send you any type of unsolicited email. That is not me. You can see the two examples down below. They have the same name as me, but they're posting phone numbers. They're using very weird typing to get around the spam filter. That is not me. This is an example of my real comment here. You can see the nameplate has a gray background to it, and I do leave a creator heart next to the thumbs up so you can validate that that is me. I generally only post the VIP information in a pinned comment, so you know that is me there. My friends, don't fall for any of the fakes. Be smart, be safe. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.